Everything has brought her to this moment. She inches closer to the edge and summons the courage to leap. Because she knows the only way out is across when the floor is lava. Every big moment starts small.
It starts with a spark and becomes a beacon, lighting the way. When the games are gone, the games go on. Turn up. Take part. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
A strong performer uses power wisely. The Toyota BZ4X is the official electric vehicle of the 2025 Canada Games. See our full electrified lineup at shoptoyota.ca.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for the gold medal game. This entire week of hard work, of dedication, is finally coming to an end. We'll find our answer. Who is the best team in Canada? Will it be Ontario or will it be Alberta? Seth Hyde and Matt Little, honored to be on the call for this game tonight. This is going to be some fantastic basketball.
Alberta looking for the sweep. They took gold in women's in the exact same matchup, Alberta versus Ontario. Now we do it again, but it's the men. Gold medal hanging in the balance, like you said, Seth. One can be on the top of the podium here for Canada. The other has to settle for silver. Both teams will get medals, but Alberta looking to sweep basketball.
Well, a cinched Munn Fieldhouse here, packed to the rafters. People still coming in. I don't know where everybody's going to sit to. This is going to be one of the greats, one of the greatest gold medal games of all time. I'm calling it right now. These two teams so good, coming from such great programs. It's Team O versus Team Alberta. Team Ontario, Team Alberta for the second time tonight in the gold medal games. We are underway. Ontario getting off to a fast start here. Hopping up for the layup was Tyndale.
These guys are fired up, Seth. They were all over the place. They were getting up and jamming during warm-up. There are some athletes out there tonight.
And what an atmosphere here. This place absolutely buzzing.
Some folks aren't going to find seats. They're going to have to stay with Gusty up at the top of the seats, stand up and watch along the rail.
Well, the reason why it looks like they oversold tickets here is because the athletes are allowed in for free, and there's a lot of athletes here to watch this game.
Oh yeah, as you look across on the other side, you can see the colors representing obviously Alberta and Ontario, but BC, Saskatchewan, Newfoundland and Labrador, Prince Edward Island, New Brunswick, Manitoba, all the way across this great land of ours. I think I definitely see Northwest Territories over there. From coast to coast to coast, everybody's here for the gold medal final in men's basketball.
Well, everybody in for this one. The final event of week one, understandably drawing a big crowd. So here we go, back underway. It's going to be Ngor who takes the inbound pass for Team Alberta as we get back underway. Ngor, who had a couple of nice dunks in the warm-up. Oh, and there was almost one right there. Madu denied by the basket itself.
Looking for the alley-oop early on. We haven't even played 30 seconds.
Here's Engor playing it out for Shear. Shear back for Hins. Hins looking for Engor. Swings it across for Yamba Yamba. Yamba Yamba's in, and what a block! Godson Okoko with no regard for human life, swatting that one out of the air, off the backboard and out, and this ball will go Ontario's way.
Get that garbage out of here. Still scoreless.
Tyndale bringing it up. What an atmosphere. Okoko dropping it off for Walters, turned over. It's Engor taking it up the other way. Engor zipping in, and he's brought down again. Get that garbage out of here. Thank you, Matt, for that one. As Ontario with some big blocks to start off this first quarter, and the "you can't do that" chance coming out early.
Yeah, that one reaching over the top from behind, getting his paw on that one's Isaiah Clark for Ontario. That gets us to the line, and that will fall.
First points are in from Dang Engor. And he'll sink the second one, 2 for 2. As it's Tyndale leading the charge back for Team O. It's Walters taking it back out to Tyndale. Tyndale moves in, shifty work from him. It's Engor leading the charge. Sending it over to Yamba Yamba. Back for Hins. Hins will throw it over. It's Engor kicking it out. Free ball is up. It's good! Isaiah Hins from downtown Calgary putting that in to make this 5-0 for Team Alberta. Here's Tyndale. Deep three-point range. Tyndale holding on to the ball. Cutting it to the paint, kicks it out now. Walters driving in, putting it up. Board collected by Alberta. The game between the female teams started off 7-0 for Alberta. It's 5-0 for Alberta right now. Here's Tyndale. Tyndale lobs it up, and it's good. Tipped in by Team O. The shirts coming off in the crowd to spell "Go Ontario." They were waiting the first almost 3 minutes of this one to peel those shirts off and show off some provincial pride. There's Yamba Yamba. Nathan Yamba Yamba cutting to the rim, and he'll get the roll. Here's Tyndale. This atmosphere would make the hairs on your neck stand up. This is an unbelievable arena to play in right now as that banks off the glass. Jamian Tyndale. Here's Shear. Lamar Shear playing it for Hins. Now it's out for Engor. Playing it back from Adut to Yamba Yamba, who pulls up just off the rim. Alberta grabbing the rebound. It's Engor spinning. Engor is in the paint, twisting and turning, gets the tip, makes its way back out. Engor with it again, moving it to Yamba Yamba. Yamba Yamba with 3 seconds to shoot. He'll put it up, and once again rejected by Ontario. And here they come, and it's rejected by Engor. Oh my goodness, these guys must be the garbage men, because they are clearing out all of the garbage.
Toto for Ontario with the block down at the other end. Fantastic stuff as we get another look here. No, sir. Turned back. And the other way. No. Swat it down one more time. Engor has been an absolute beast already in this game for Team Alberta. He was third at the U17 Nationals last year. And under other information written in his player profile on the Canada Games website just says I was tall. He was born for basketball.
Well, he tells it like it is, that's for sure. As it's Shear playing it over for Yamba Yamba. Oh, lovely passing by Team Alberta, but once again swatted away by Agoko. Well, these guys, if you can believe it, are under 17. These guys are my age. I'm 6 feet tall, and I would look very small compared to every single one of these men. I'm going to go as far to say these guys look like men out here. This looks like a game for the Munn Seahawks.
I'm sorry, Seth, you were not tall.
That's why I'm up here. There's a three-point ball by Agoko, just off the mark. Yamba Yamba passing it to Shear. Shear will spin it back and give it back to Ngor. To Yamba Yamba. Here's Shear. Shear cuts back, fakes, puts up the one-handed layup, take a bow. Lamar Shear. Fake it till you make it. It's Clark now. Playing it out to Tyndale. Tyndale, nice jab steps, holds on. He's beyond the arc, makes his way in. Oh, what a fake! And it rolls in! Tyndale, unbelievable from the point guard. 9-8 is our score, almost halfway done the first quarter.
Tyndale takes a moment to look back to the crowd, raise his arms, and admire that one making its way into the basket.
Here's Shear. Holding on. Playing it out for Hins. Hins with the fade-off jumper. Couldn't get it to go. Agoko. Moving up. Around Ngor, and he's denied! At the end, Madut going up in the air and swatting that one out like he's swatting a mosquito. 9-8 is our score. More blocks in this game than we've probably seen all day.
I said earlier on today, I love seeing the big guys make the blocks. Whew, I am getting spoiled in this one. Absolutely amazing stuff. Madut going up on that one for Alberta and saying, no, no, no.
Fade off jumper. Couldn't fall. It's put up. Oh, almost the and one there for Godson. Agoko. And another fast first quarter so far. Again, time flies when you're having fun, and we're having lots of fun up in the broadcast booth for this one. So many people here that the overflow is getting to go down to the accessible/athlete seating.
Now this is hyped up. These are two high-powered teams. They are bringing it. And only 1 point between them right now. Still very early on as Ontario ties the game.
Well, a tie game for the first time since it was 0-0. Agoko will put it up and get it in. Ontario with their first lead of the match. It's Elijah Thomas playing it over. And it'll be Yamba Yamba who gets going. Yamba Yamba comes in, losing the ball. It's St. Louis bringing it up the other way. St. Louis passing it out. St. Louis getting it back, puts it up. Couldn't get that shot down. Yamba Yamba takes it up the other way. Yamba Yamba dishing it off. Going up, and another block by Team Ontario. Oko Obo with the block that time. Now to Oko. Look to play it in. Now back the other way comes Alberta as it's Hins who puts it up. Couldn't get that shot to fall. Passed over to St. Louis. St. Louis step back three, it's good! St. Louis with a nice three and a nice hairdo. Ontario now have their biggest lead of the matchup.
If this was Ontario versus Quebec, the Quebec fans in the seats would be chanting, "Who's your barber?" at them right now. But hey, that just might be, I'm just curious so I can go. That looks good.
Well, here goes St. Louis again. St. Louis fakes the pull-up, sends it back, coming up, and another block. Madut again getting his arms up to block that one. It'll be sent out to the corner. Madut puts it up, and that shot won't fall. Now it's St. Louis, spin move. Oh, what a pass! Oh! Ogoke almost with the slam. And that would have been the play of the game.
Hudson Ogoko going back for Ontario, trying to slam it down, and it just catches the rim and bounces back out. We appreciate the effort, sir, trying to put on a show here in the gold medal game.
Well, there's people standing behind us just to try to get a glimpse of the court here to see these two teams play and to see Deng Ngor do stuff like that. So 13-11. It's been all Ontario since that 5-point start of Team Alberta. St. Louis giving the ball away. It's Scheer who checked back into the game, back for Ngor. Ngor goes all the way to lay it up and tie this up at 13-all. Oh, what a beautiful move. Sent in and laid up nicely by Tutu Toto to make this 15-13. Here's Thomas. Back out for Ngor. Ngor bringing it in. Stepping over. Couldn't get past the defense of Ontario. It's Toto sending it out to Walters. Ontario just kind of slow it down a bit here. This is a fast-paced start to this final. That's driving right to the bucket, and book it. Tyndale will lay it in. 17-13, stealing that one from the Raptors broadcast crew there. It's Thomas. Out for three for Lamar Scheer. And Alberta make this a one-score game. Now it's in the corner for Team O. Put up by Lakuska. Just off the mark. 17-16 our score for Team O. It's Elijah Thomas. Back over for Ngor. The battle of the 11s right now is Ngor looking to win the battle of the 11s, and he absolutely will. And he gets Alberta the lead again to make this 18-17. Now it's St. Louis. Thought about pulling up there. He's instead going to drive to the paint and just miss it. Now here's Scheer. Passing it out for Thomas. Across for Ngor. Ngor calling for a screen. Going to peel around, pull up, and just wide. Bounces out of play. With just 10.1 seconds left to go in the first quarter.
Yeah, this is definitely a the two veteran squads here, Seth. These guys, 17 years old, battling it out. Number one down there for Ontario, Kenyon St. Louis, just a 15-year-old on the court right now out of Toronto.
Well, at the buzzer here from way downtown, just wide. And I'm going to be honest, I completely lost track of time in that first quarter, as that's the end of an action-packed quarter between these two heavyweights. 18-17 is our score so far. What a first quarter of basketball between these two squads. Well, folks, don't go anywhere. We'll be back after a short break. Seth Hyde and Matt Little on the call for the Canada Summer Games.
At Canadian Tire, we're here for all-day summer play. From the yard to the park, find all the games you need for non-stop family fun.
Is it about a place that stays with you long after you leave? is. It's never what at all.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh,
Hey.
the diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The Bebo app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you the subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
Well, everybody on the edge of their seat here to start off this second quarter. It was an exceptional first quarter of ball here. Alberta with an 18-17 lead, and here's a block pack. There's the first one of the game. Here's another one by Ngor.
How did we get 35 combined points with this many blocks?
Look at that. There's another one. And we're not done yet. One more for your liking. Unbelievable defending. Alberta just picked up 2 points there to kick off this second quarter. Here's St. Louis. Steps back to tie. Oh, missed the mark on that one. Does it bounce out of play? This building's so crowded now, people are sitting on the stairs. I have never seen a crowd like this in this venue. This is absolutely amazing.
St. Louis helping Ontario win U15 gold in 2023 and 2024. As Ontario slams down some more points.
Well, Tyndale laying that one up to get the Ontario fans back in it. As it's Elijah Thomas. Playing it into Ngor. Ngor holding onto the ball, twisting away, putting it up, and he'll get it to fall. Dang, Ngor. Now all the way down the court, taking the charge. It comes up. And a go-go. Getting that one to go. 1 point game in the second quarter. Passed off for Hins. Hins in for Bol. Bol puts it up. Just couldn't get that one. Here's St. Louis. St. Louis making his way in. Fouled, and he'll go for 2 shots to try to give Ontario the lead.
Couple of subs for Team Alberta. Yamba and Madut coming back into the game.
St. Louis will knock down the first one to even this up at 22 apiece. Coach Tyrone Bramble just shown on the screen of Ontario. St. Louis misses the second, so this will stay a tied ball game. There's Elijah Thomas, leaving it for Ngor. Back for Thomas again. Thomas wondering which way he should go. It's to Yamba. Yamba will kick it way out. Sheer left wide open. Ball bouncing, hauled down by Ontario. It's a go-go. Moves it along to Acosta Reyes, who attempted to put it up, and he'll go for 2. And I believe that might have been Kamani Walters instead of Acosta Reyes, as he'll go to line to shoot 2 with a chance to give Ontario the lead once again.
Difficult the way this game is going, Seth, to picture anybody suddenly getting out by 14 points, you know? Both teams have the ability to do that, but do you have the ability to do that and outpace another team that's just as good? Probably going to be pretty close the whole way through.
While knocking down both is Kamani Walters to make this a 2-point lead for Team Ontario. 1 possession lead, and they might make it a 2 possession lead here. And St. Louis bringing it in. Oh, we touched the baseline, or excuse me, the sideline. Unlucky for Team O. Looked like they were in there. Well, I think, like you said, Matt, it's going to be difficult to go on a run in this game, but the first team to go on a run is probably going to be the one that wins here.
Entirely possible.
If you can get on a 10, 15-point run without letting your opponent score, I mean, I think you'll be in the clear.
Back over half against Alberta. Clearly, Thomas doesn't think he went back over half.
So Kenyon, St. Louis on the inbound, the battle of the number 1s down there, as it's Tyndale. Over from the side for St. Louis. Count them up, 1, 2, 3 points. 27-22 for Team O. Once again beating their biggest lead of the night of 4, now to 5. There's Madut, over for Yamba Yamba. Yamba Yamba brings it up, he can't get the bounce. Madut gets the rebound and puts it back up for 2 points.
Getting by with a little help from my friends. Good rebound for Alberta.
Beautiful spin. Oh, 2 blocks by Madut. He's just stat padding out there in the paint. Now here's Tyndale. Tyndale puts it up. Rebound collected by Yamba Yamba. Now Ngor. He'll get it back once again. Leaving it for Shear. Thomas twisting away. Oh, that's blocked once again. Isaiah Clark getting his hands on that one to reject it. Now sent down. Ngor gonna take it. What does he have in store? It's stripped. Isaiah Clark stealing that one. Now it's Walters going up. He's fouled, and 2 shots coming up for Team Ontario. Action-packed stuff at the Munn Fieldhouse.
This is ridiculous. This is officially the best basketball I have ever watched live in my life. I have not been to see the Raptors. I have not been to an actual NBA game, but I've been to plenty of university ball. I used to work with a university basketball team back in the day. This is eclipsing it.
Well, absolutely, this has been an absolute treat so far as we get our first time out and stoppage of the second quarter.
I mean, these guys just to the point where they're just starting to maybe get to university, but I mean, this is just an all-star game, watching the best of Ontario versus the best of Alberta here in this gold medal final.
Well, everybody almost too afraid to get up out of their seats, afraid they'll lose them, as this is a ticketed event, but your seats aren't reserved unless you're VIP, so it's first come, first serve.
Yeah, a couple of folks are watching this game from the couch down behind the basket to the left side of our camera. That's a pretty cushy spot. There's not a whole lot of spaces down there, and certainly none reserved for you and I, Seth.
No, absolutely. Well, I think we got the best view in the house right here where we are, Matt. Ontario looking to widen this gap even more, as it's going to be Kamani Walters who's back at the line. Walters with 2 shots going in. CJ Roberts will check back into the game for Team O. There's Elijah Thomas to Yamba Yamba. Being guarded by Tyndale. Comes back to Thomas, and Yamba Yamba will take over. Now it's Ngor. Back to Thomas. Thomas will swing it out. Open 3, won't fall for Yamba Yamba. Kept in by Shear. Beautiful dribbling from him. It's Yamba Yamba who will put it right back up and hit the 3. This ball has seen more net than the Caitlin down in Middle Cove so far in this game.
But you can't give these guys multiple tries on something like that. You might not come up with the 3 the first time, but if they get a chance to measure it a second time, probably going to hit. Good jumper from Ontario to respond.
Well, Walters knocking that shot down with ease as it's Ngor facing the pass to Thomas. Now it's sent back, and it's going to roll out of play for Team Ontario as they continue to just pull even more ahead in this second quarter.
4-point spread at the moment. It was 5, Alberta chipping away thanks to that 3 ball.
Oh, beautiful behind the back pass. Couldn't finish the highlight reel play as Hins will move it to Ngor. Ngor spinning it out to Hins. Hins puts it up, and it'll roll in to make this a 2-point game. Here's Tyndale. Tyndale moving in, putting it up. There's the touch back, and it rolls in for Ontario. 33-29 our score as Yamba will keep it moving. Alberta passing the ball along the perimeter. Sent in, ball goes up. Madut with the last touch. Or so we thought.
Or so a few people thought. Instead, Alberta on the inbound. 11 seconds on the shot clock.
Sent out, step back 3 by Yamba. Oh, he almost had the 4-point play, which would have most likely evened this game up. Oh man, that would have been scenes here at the Munn Fieldhouse.
Now that ball in and back out as we get a second look. Yamba puts up the 3 and rattles around and doesn't drop, but he will go to the line.
Misses the first.
Two more shots.
Makes the second. 3-point game. Nathan Yamba to make this a 1-possession game, and he can't get the bounce as Ontario will scoop up the rebound. It's Tutu Toto handing it off for Kenyon St. Louis. Now corner 3 for Ontario, and this time Alberta did get the last touch on that one.
The automatic corner 3 only works if you're playing double dribble in the NES.
Yeah, we know that famous Family Guy skit. Corner 3, corner 3. There's been a lot of corner 3s today, to be completely fair.
Yeah, that's true.
Just not very many in this game. As it's St. Louis turned it over. Scheer getting the best of the battles of the number 1s. Now it's Ngor in the paint, making it look easy. Putting that up for 2 points. As it's a 1-point game as Ontario looking to make it 3 once again. It's Clark doing some nice work in the paint, and Alberta will get possession deep in their own territory.
We've already talked about what a beast Ngor has been throughout this entire game. Every single time that ball is in his hands. Danger, Ontario. And here he comes now.
Here's Ngor swinging it out. Passing it back in, sent out to Yamba. Yamba puts it up, and Alberta's back on top. First time in a while we've seen them jump ahead.
No slouch himself, Nathan Yamba. Yamba's done a lot of damage for Team Alberta in this game.
Lukaska almost slipping out of play there, managed to hold his balance. And now Ontario will regain possession. C.J. Roberts handing it off to St. Louis. St. Louis floats it up with ease. 35-34 as we're just 2 minutes away from the half. Now Shear missed the layup. Ontario now with the advantage as they take it up the other way. St. Louis comes in, dishes it off, put up. Oh, it's blocked by Engor. Foul coming up against him. With 1:56 left to go. Matt, we're kind of being overthrown by fans up here.
Like we said, the field house is absolutely jammed to capacity right now. Everybody has shown up for the gold medal game.
Everybody had to get cleared off the stairs as well. We saw a lot of people sitting on the stairs, but volunteers came up and said, no, you got to go.
If the fire marshal's in the building, he wouldn't like that.
C.J. Roberts puts it up. That one will fall to make this 37-34. McGeechee passing it up to Yamba Yamba. Floater rolls in, 1-point game. There's Tyndale. Following up a 5. Let's see what play Ontario has drawn up.
Right, it starts with protecting the ball. Some good pressure by Alberta, but Ontario holds on.
There's a shot from the corner by St. Louis. Didn't get that to fall as Alberta comes up the other way. Yamba Yamba. Along for Shear. Leaving that behind for McGeechee. Over to Yamba Yamba. Putting up the 3. Looked good from our angle. And, oh, he almost saved it from the backcourt violation with a $1:07 left to go in the second quarter.
Yeah, fantastic effort from the 16-year-old out of Edmonton, the city of champions.
Well, inbound coming in for St. Louis as he passes it over to Tyndale. Now St. Louis will collect. Dishes it over to that corner for the corner 3. Looked like it was going to go. Tip back up. Collected by Madut.
About as close as you can come and not have that ball drop.
Now it's Yamba Yamba. Back out for Shear. Shear comes in, kicks it out. McGeechee from the corner for 3. Alberta pulling back in front and taking a 2-point lead.
Big play by McGeechee. 17-year-old out of Calgary.
Now kicked out for another corner 3 from Agoke. Ontario back on top. Seesaw basketball in this second quarter. And another big play here by Alberta. Yamba, Yamba.
There's the
3
jam.
3 seconds left to go. It's put up for the alley-oop. Oh my goodness. Turn off the lights. This show is over. What a way to finish off the first half. That one's gonna count just before the buzzer.
Alberta one way, putting it down on the jam. About 8 seconds left. Here comes Ontario.
Anything you can do, I can do better. 42-41. I don't want to throw to halftime, but I have to. We'll be back after a short break at the gold medal game of the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Now you can shop smarter at Canadian Tire. With same-day pickup or same-day delivery. So you don't have to shelve projects for later. Shop smarter at Canadian Tire.
St. John's unique is like calling a humpback a goldfish. It's wildly different here.
Welcome to Canada Games House, proudly presented by Canadian Tire, a place where Canada Games athletes, their family, friends, and supporters get to come, gather, celebrate, and chill out. Suivez-moi, allons voir. Within these walls, we welcome, accept, and respect everyone.
C'est vraiment un espace incroyable dans un site formidable au centre-ville et on a hâte, tous les provinces et territoires s'intéressent pour être ici, puis même les familles.
I actually wasn't expecting this. It's really cool to have a place where your parents can kind of be a part of it as well.
There's a lot of activities kids can do, ping pong or foosball.
I think it's great that we have a place to come here to unwind. It's a great little community inside of the games.
It just has a warm sense of atmosphere about it when you walk in here.
Canada Games are about safe sport, about culture, about good vibes only, and that we have a space that celebrates all of those values.
Thank you, Canadian Tire, for making the Canada Games House a reality. Au revoir et profitez de votre temps aux Jeux du Canada.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
One of the things to me about the Canada Games is it's truly integrated. We have athletes with an intellectual disability, with a physical disability.
Puis juste être inclus. Je pense que souvent, on est mis un petit peu de côté quand on est un peu plus jeune, puis qu'on est différent, puis qu'on a un handicap. Puis là, être à ces jeux-là, c'était comme toute une grosse équipe.
It's important to have representation and to acknowledge their different perspectives of life.
When the opportunity is there, show up. The older you is gonna say thank you.
If you believe in yourself, you can make anything happen.
That's the Canada Games.
It starts with a spark and becomes a beacon, lighting the way. When the games are gone, the games go on. Turn up. Take part. Orange Store. Fuel the spirit.
Of all the things here that'll take your breath away, music is surely one. There's a certain rhythm to this place. Leave no song unsung.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. No, never, it's my time. It's my time.
For generations, we've been nurturing the communities where we live and work. Providing space to grow and preserving the environment that surrounds us. Because we understand that when we invest in communities, we invest in the future. Crosby, committed to community.
When you're in a place surrounded by ocean, you can walk in any direction and arrive somewhere spectacular.
For millions of Canadians, too much screen time is a big issue. But for millions of others, zero screen time is an even bigger one. We're committed to growing digital inclusion.
Gatorade. With electrolytes to help replenish what's lost in sweat. Carbs to help fuel your working muscles. And fluids to help you hydrate. Scientifically formulated so you never stop competing. Rehydrate, replenish, refuel. Gatorade.
strong performer uses power wisely. The Toyota BZ4X is the official electric vehicle of the 2025 Canada Games. See our full electrified lineup at shoptoyota.ca.
In the quiet of the morning calm, where the sun rises at the dawn, and the birds sing their waking song, there's a story to be told. So if you hear a teller telling you a tangled tale, or maybe two, rest assured, every word is true, especially the bits they make up.
Introducing Vimeo Streaming, an all-in-one platform designed to help you turn your videos into a successful streaming business. Build your own custom branded app and connect with your audience across all platforms and devices without writing a single line of code. Deliver high quality, reliable, and secure video experiences, live or on demand. Turn video streams into revenue streams today.
I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time. I'ma leave it all on the line. Better believe I'll get mine. Now or never, it's my time. It's my time. It's my time.
Recycling sounds good on its own, but when it's done right, it's even more rewarding. And with Green Depot's express service, there's no waiting. Just drop and go. Who wouldn't love the sound of that? Visit greendepotnl.ca to learn more.
At Canadian Tire, we're here for all-day summer play. From the yard to the park, find all the games you need for non-stop family fun.
All right, everybody, welcome back to our gold medal game here at the Munn Fieldhouse. This is a packed house, and people still coming in through that front entrance. Well, here's some highlights from our first half. Tyndale for Ontario has been on fire. Look at him go to the paint. Oh, switching it mid-air and getting it to roll in. Look at that. And then little pump fake, puts it up off the glass. He's not done yet. Look at that. Right through the crowd. Beautiful pass to Agoke, who puts that up for 3. And now on the other side of things, Yamba getting a friendly roll. Here he is. I think I'm going to shoot that. Puts it up, 3 points. Then he says, you know what? No, I'll just drive it to the paint, make it harder for myself, and put it up with ease. Those two guys have been exceptional so far.
Tyndale leads all Ontario scorers with 10 points after the first half. Yamba with 10 himself, but Ngor leads everybody 14 points in that opening half.
Well, this second half should be a dandy.
The building rocking, those Alberta beef cowbells going.
And listen to this crowd. Chants ringing out. This building is shaking. And now let me just take you through how evenly matched this game has been. Points from turnovers for Alberta, 6, 9 for Ontario. 20 points in the paint for Team Ontario, 22 for Alberta. 4 second chance points for Ontario, 6 for Alberta. 2 fast break points for Ontario, 2 points off turnovers, and 11 from the bench, 3 for Alberta. The biggest lead, 5 each for both squads. This has been so evenly matched. 10 lead changes, and 3 times this game has been tied. Alberta's had the lead for a total of 7 minutes and 47 seconds, while Ontario's had it for 10:28.
Points per possession, it's .93 versus .97. Very little between the two.
Well, Tyndale putting it up, and it looked like Ngor got a fingertip on it. It's Yamba playing it down low to Ngor. Back to Yamba. He'll pull up. Oh, just not getting the bounce once again. Same thing happened when he almost had a 4-point play. He'll put it up this time, and it'll go. Alberta with the lead, make that lead change number 11.
Hines knocking down 2 for Alberta.
Here's Agoke to Tyndale. Tyndale pushing in. Fade away, unbelievable. Now it's Shear, up to Hins. Now it's Ngor, back to Yamba. Yamba racing in, twisting and turning. Oh, it's beautiful. Get him on Dancing with the Stars with those moves. 45-44, another lead change in the start of the second half. This has been an incredible gold medal game, and hopefully it stays this way all the way to the end. Here's Tutu Toto playing it out, 3-ball up, no good for Ontario. Here's Ngor to Yamba. Now to Madut. To Ngor for 3. It's good! Ngor from downtown, 48-44. Alberta have a 4-point lead.
Absolutely wild game we got in our hands here, Seth. This thing is all go, no breaks.
Here's Tyndale. Slipping his way in, and Ngor with the block. No. Now it's Ngor. Playing it back to Shear. Shear cutting it in the paint. Madut fouled. 2 shots coming up for him.
Great job by Alberta. Working hard underneath the rim, trying to put that ball up. Getting the rebound, Ontario reaching over the top. That's the foul against Ogoko.
So Madut from the line. First one will roll in. Alberta tying their biggest lead total of this game, which was the 5-point start that they had. Let's see if they can break that right here. No, they can't, but they might be able to get a 7-point lead. As it's Ngor kicking it out. Yamba to the paint, puts it up, and now he'll go to the line for 2. Fouls being handed out here like an Oprah Winfrey giveaway. You get a foul. You get a foul. These refs not putting the whistles away in this gold medal game.
No, nor should they.
Biggest lead of the game for Alberta, 6 points, and biggest lead of the game as a whole. Can they make it 7? Yamba will. 7-point lead for Alberta. Starting to widen the gap with a great start to the second half. It's St. Louis peeling away. Gave that away, and maybe a chance here for Team Berta. Put up in the air, and they'll go back to the line again. Isaiah Hins.
Coming in on the 2-on-1, the pass comes across. That slowed them down just a little bit.
Well, the first one will fall. 52-44.
Certainly a great start for Alberta 3 minutes into the second half.
It's Ogoko bringing it up. Drops it back for Tyndale. Tyndale, fadeaway jumper. Oh my goodness! Tyndale from 2 provinces away. That's how far away that shot was. Now Ngor. Back for Yamba. Ngor will collect again. Playing it in from Adut, who will play it out to Yamba for 3. Oh, you betcha! Yamba. 8-point lead for Alberta.
I swear these guys hit threes in their sleep. They make it look so easy.
Here's Ngor. Passing it off. Sent all the way to the other side. It's put up and no good this time. St. Louis bringing it up the other way. It's Tyndale kicking it out. Tyndale will pick it up again. Sends it out for Acosta Reyes. Now back for Tyndale. He's going to pull up. Just off the mark. Here's Ngor. Ngor looking for some space. That's going to be picked off and tipped out of play by Team Berta. Ball going to Team Ontario.
Great steal by Tyndale for Team Alberta. Intercepting the pass and getting down court. As we get a look back here at him draining the 3.
Here's St. Louis with the ball out high. St. Louis will cut all the way and lay it up.
Great job by St. Louis showing off that speed. Cutting himself into the middle of the court, converting that layup.
Kicked over for Ngor. He almost got the bounce. As it comes back for Tyndale.
And Tyndale's putting in a lot of minutes here today, Seth.
Here's Tyndale putting it up, and that's why, Matt, he's got even more points in this game.
That lead starting to cut down, now just 4.
Twisting around is McGeechee. As that's played in for Ngor, who puts it up for some more points. He just won't stop scoring. Now taking the charge, and it'll go Alberta's way. Ngor putting his body on the line for his province.
At the offensive charge against Ontario as we look back at Ngor. 2 more. And then the other way. Called it perfectly, Seth. Putting the body on the line, taking the hit, and he will get a well-deserved Gatorade.
Here's Yamba Yamba leading the charge. How many times have we said his name so far tonight? As that kicked out for Thomas. Shot didn't fall. Here's CJ Roberts to St. Louis. Doing a nice job of staying in play. Fadeaway jumper by Tyndale. Couldn't get that. St. Louis tipping it over his own player, CJ Roberts. He'll pull up. And Ontario unable to recover the rebound. Alberta going to bring it up the other way. Thomas to McGeechee. Back to Elijah Thomas again.
Look how vocal Thomas is. Calling the play, telling his teammates where to be.
Bobo right to the bucket and book it. 59-51.
The play works. 2 more for Team Alberta.
Donaldson Downer holding onto the ball. He'll kick it out. CJ Roberts, and this will go Alberta's way once again.
Stepped on the line. Just putting a foot out of play.
Coach Matt Daly was making calls over on the bench whenever someone to step on the line and do the big point. He is proud of his team, and what a coach he has been for Team Alberta so far, as they have a 8-point lead in this third quarter.
And Alberta in the driver's seat here in the second half. Of course, a lot of ball left to be played in this one. We know what happened in the bronze medal match. That got to about a 14-point lead in the fourth quarter, and BC came all the way back and took the bronze medal away.
Well, we said that the first run of this game would probably be the team to win it. Alberta going on a big run here in the start of this second half of play.
Yeah, teams have traded back and forth since then, but Ontario just kind of staying the same space overall behind Team Alberta. 7-8 points somewhere in that range, and not really able to close. Got it down to 4 at one point, but now stretched back out to 8. As we get another look here at the fancy footwork of Yamba Yamba and Ngor from downtown.
Here's Yamba Yamba. Swinging it over to Thomas. Thomas playing it back in. Madut out to Yamba Yamba. Travel against him. And something will finally go Ontario's way to start off the second half.
Just 2:43 to go here in the third quarter, as the gold medal match continues to fly by. The final actions of men's basketball here at the 2025 Canada Games.
And CJ Roberts to Oko Obo, who brings it up, right up through the middle. McGeechee will shake off the Ontario defense and hand it over to Thomas. Now Yamba Yamba. Over to the corner to McGeechee. Back to Yamba Yamba. Yamba Yamba coughed that up. Here comes Team O with some gumption, and laid up nicely by Zachary Donaldson Downer. What a name, and what a bucket for his first points of the gold medal. Here's McGeechee. Couple jab steps. Makes his way in. Swings around. Team Berta will get possession. It's Elijah Thomas holding on. Thomas. McGeechee will pull up. Oh, it's good! McGeechee with time winding down on the shot clock to make this the biggest lead of the game at 9 points. Here's St. Louis. Out to the corner for Roberts. Couldn't get that one to fall. Left behind for Boble. Now it's Elijah Thomas bringing it up off the backboard and wide. Ontario with the strength and numbers here. They're going to go for this 3-ball. It's Donaldson Downer who puts it up. Can't get the bounce. The putback is good for Team O. CJ Roberts in the paint to make this 62-55.
You would have liked the 3, but you'll take 2. It's a lot better than that ball coming back out.
Oh, Boble brought down hard there on that play. Alberta looked like they were going to inbound it, but I think Boble might be heading to the line. Well, there's that pull-up 3 by McGeechee. And then that 3-point attempt by Donaldson Downer. And then the putback by Roberts. First free throw is good. You know, this Ontario team seems pretty relaxed so far, Matt. They're down by 8 here. They just tipped it out of play, and it'll go right back to Alberta again.
No, I don't imagine that these guys are going to panic, at least not yet. We are not into the fourth quarter, although we're only 45 seconds away from it. Down by a single digit. That is doable. Not easy against this team like Alberta, but it's doable.
JV and Tyndale will hand it off to Isaiah Clark. Back to Tyndale. Tyndale bringing it in, handing it off and slamming it down. Godson Okoko.
Okoko with style and authority on the jam.
63-57 is our score. Alberta most likely with last possession of this third quarter. As it's Thomas looking to bring it to the rim. Can he get it there? Puts it up one-handed. Ontario gonna have to get a shot off quickly. Tyndale with the fake, heaves it from half. Oh, off the mark. 63-57 our score at the end of the third quarter. Folks, don't go anywhere. The fourth quarter of this gold medal game is coming to you next from a packed Munn Field House. It's overflowing with people here. This is the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Atlantic Lottery is proud to sponsor important community initiatives like this year's Canada Games.
Hello.
Hi, remember me? We bought your old house.
Yes.
We brought some mail.
Oh.
Hey.
The diaper subscription. I forgot to cancel it.
Yeah.
Oh, I bet the memories are coming back now. The BMO app helps you keep an eye on where your money's going.
Like how?
Well, for one, it would have told you this subscription price had gone up multiple times.
It's a lot of diapers.
Well, extra's good. So where's the baby?
Oh, he's right here. This is the baby.
And that ain't no baby.
BMO. So many iconic sights. You might want to get used to saying wow.
Hey, where could I find these shoes?
Heads up!
Whoa.
Keep up this back to school with Adidas at Sport Check.
Well, a boisterous crowd here and an overflowing Munn Fieldhouse. This place is packed to the rafters and beyond for the gold medal game. Ontario, Alberta, 2 heavyweights, Seth Hyde and Matt Little on the call.
Just what a game. What more can you say? Just what a game we are witnessing right now. 63-57, 6-point lead for Alberta, 10 minutes to the end.
Alberta 10 minutes away from a double gold. Their female team beating Ontario earlier on.
We'll have medal ceremonies after this game as well, as we hand out the hardware here on the hardwood.
Can you imagine being Team Nova Scotia, having to wait since 1 p.m. to get your hands on your bronze medal?
At least they would have had a chance to go out for a meal and celebrate. Some celebratory fish and chips here maybe in Newfoundland and Labrador. They have that in Nova Scotia too.
Look at that Toronto Blue Jays varsity jacket down there. 14-2 win for them today over the Texas Rangers. Fitting he's wearing it in an Ontario game. As the O chants ring out, 8:56 local time, nightfall here in the capital city of Newfoundland and Labrador. The last event of week 1 of the Canada Summer Games. And this venue is in the center of the Athletes Village, so that's why there's so many athletes here tonight, as they're just a 2-minute walk.
Now getting one last game in before the week 1 athletes head home, and the week 2 athletes come in. Going to be quite the logistics challenge over the next few hours here in St. John's.
Here's Madut coming up and tapping it in, giving it a kiss off the backboard. 65-57.
That's how you wanted to start for Alberta in this 4th quarter. Get out there, get points first. Just make Ontario's hill to climb that much higher.
Here's Tyndale rising above the rest to try to put that up, but once again, Alberta relentless on offense and defense.
Madut, great rebound for Alberta.
Ngor out for Thomas. Thomas is seen to replace Lamar Shearer in the second half of basketball. As it's Dang Ngor stepping back. And he had to get that off before the shot clock expired. And it will go Ontario's way.
Ngor once again showing the feet as he spun around to get that one away.
Here's St. Louis leading the charge for Team O. Puts it up, gets the bounce, and it just comes out for Shearer, who's back in the game for Team Alberta. Ngor giving the pass to Shearer. Shearer, pump fake, almost lost it. Back to Ngor. What magic does he have for us this time? As a floater by Team Alberta. Just won't fall. Kick back out, and that goes all the way down. And this will go to Team O.
Great hustle back down the court by Ngor. Not going to touch it as it went back over half. Just going to keep the Ontario player away from the ball.
So it's Walters with the spin. Almost the finish. Collecting his own rebound. And he's stuffed by Lamar Shearer, the point guard that can do it all.
Yeah, not the guy you would point to on that Alberta team and say he's going to get some blocks, but give him that one. And every time Ontario gets shut down, it's a big play for Team Alberta.
Well, a foul coming up here. Ngor not going to head to the line. This will be an inbound from the baseline. 7:51 left to go in this gold medal game. Alberta just 7 minutes away. Played ahead for Tyndale, way in the air, and there's the rebound by Walters. Luckily, he was there to help out his friend.
It's a team game. Good follow-up by Walters.
It's going to be Hins. Plays it out to Yamba Yamba. Physical. Back to Shear. Shear moves up, spins back, puts it up, and it's good. 8-point game.
Great job by Shear, dropping back, creating space for himself as he's able to put that ball home.
Here's Tyndale putting it up. Didn't get that to fall. Is it Shear? And this is getting more and more out of reach for Team Ontario as the time ticks by. Into the corner. Yamba Yamba. Can't get the bounce. St. Louis bringing it up the other way. Passing it over to Tyndale. Puts it up, the rebound. Ontario with a couple of tips, and they can't get it, and it'll go to Alberta.
Really unlucky there. Ontario with a couple of touches up around the rim, and that ball just will not settle.
So McGeechee will inbound it to Shear. Alberta gets the ball going again. Shear to Yamba Yamba. Shear will kick it out to Hins. To McGeechee. McGeechee touching the baseline. Ontario will inbound it. And the sea of humanity in behind Alberta there. So many people packed in to the field house in St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. This is a sports-loving city, and they're showing it here tonight. It's St. Louis. Goko gonna pull up! Oh, wow! A three-pointer, a disrespectful one right in the face of Alberta to cut this lead to 5.
6 minutes to go.
Now Madut to Yamba Yamba. Yamba Yamba coming in, and this will go Ontario's way as the Ontario fans going crazy.
Got the offensive charge on Yamba Yamba, so that bucket will not count as it's Ontario's ball.
St. Louis bringing it up the floor. A three-pointer would be huge for Ontario right now. They still can play it safe and try to get a 2. St. Louis to Isaiah Clark. Left behind for Tyndale. Played it in. Picked up, put up, rolling around and in! Around the world, and finally into the bucket. Kamani Walters getting a huge basket for Team O.
Got to play hard in the paint. Ontario doing so and rewarded for it. Getting this lead down to 3.
Here's Elijah Thomas. Passing it in for Madut. Back over to McGeechee. McGeechee in for Madut. Forced out of play, and it will go Ontario's way. Clawing back in are the Ravaging Reds.
Madut a little bit perplexed on the call. But yes, it is Ontario ball. 5:01 remaining.
Well, it looks like there's some trouble going on here with our shot clock. Seems like we're good to go. Kenyon St. Louis passing it ahead. Coco into the paint, busting to the rim, and Ontario will get free throws here to try to make this a 1-point game.
They'll take that.
Yamba Yamba checking back in for Alberta.
Just off the court, long enough to get a drink of water, and right back out there.
The bounce goes wide for Kamani Walters. He still has one more chance. Second attempt is good. One possession game as Alberta will take it up. Yamba Yamba leading the charge. Nathan Yamba Yamba throws that up. Ngor picks it up down low. Ngor twisting, turning, hauling it up. No good. Ontario with the ball. It's Tyndale with St. Louis as an optional, hand it off. The game is tied. Ontario have evened it up. It's Kamani Walters who has been all over the court for Ontario in this fourth quarter. 67-67. Look at that, Matt. A switch in the air. What a beautiful pass. Oh, yes. That's what we love to see. What a game to be a neutral fan. If you're not excited about this, check your pulse. What a game this has been. A gold medal game tied 67 all.
A crazy situation. Of course, if you are a complete neutral, you've got no dog in the fight, then it's only natural to kind of get behind the underdog and want to see that team come back. In no way, shape, or form is Ontario an underdog in anything, especially at these Canada games. But they went behind, fell behind by as much as 9 or 10 points, but all the way back to tied here with Alberta. 67-67, 4:20 on the clock to determine a gold medal winner.
Wow. And for all the Leafs fans watching, 67-67, the last year the Leafs winning the Cup, 1967, curse buster for the Toronto Maple Leafs, Team Ontario in this game. I'm just saying, I'm putting it out there for all my Ontario Leafs fans here, or maybe even some up in Alberta. I'm sure there's plenty up there as well. As it's Yamba Yamba moving it along for Madut. Alberta have been so good in this game. Ontario just being better in this fourth quarter. As it's Shear playing it out for Yamba Yamba. Back over for Shear, who puts up the floater. It's good. He wears number 1 for a reason. Alberta back on top. Here's a Goko.
This is just so fun to watch.
Back to St. Louis again. St. Louis kicks it over, up to the rim, and it's no good. Alberta gaining possession of the ball. Here's Madut flying in, he'll lay it up, and that's no good either.
These rebounds become so important right now, Seth. If that ball doesn't go in, you got to make sure you're the one to get it.
Tyndale slips it through. Ogoko not given any room for air. As it's Hins. Back to Yamba Yamba. To Ngor. Over to Shear with the gold medal winning basket as it stands right now. That'll most likely change. As Ngor. Fancy dribbling from him. Ngor all the way to the rim. He's brought down. Alberta wanted a foul there. They're not going to get it. Tyndale goes up. It goes out of play. And is this a foul? No, it looks like it is going to go to Team Ontario on the baseline with 2:45 left to go in a thrilling gold medal match.
Great
to
job
say the
defending
least.
by Ontario back there. Arms straight up in the air. No foul. Put
Straight up, and that's no good from Ogoko. Engor moving it along to Lamar Shear. Back to Engor, back to Shear. These two with some great chemistry. Engor holding on to possession. Alberta going to use every second of the 24-second shot clock as they drive to the rim. Kicked out. Engor's open for three. No good. Here comes Timo up the other way. It's Walters to the rim, and that's no good. Ontario trying to get it back. They won't. It'll go back into Alberta hands. It's still a one-possession game. The offense kind of taking a hit here in these last couple minutes.
Ontario on that last one coming in with a little too much speed. Not able to slow that ball down and be able to get it to sit on the rim and drop. Alberta nowhere to go, turned over.
Well, Ontario on defense once again, and now Alberta will get it right back. Engor to Yamba Yamba. Calling for a screen here, or he'll just hand it right off to Shear. Shear drops it back. Engor, will it go this time? You betcha! Engor from downtown to grow this lead to 5 for Team Alberta. Now there's a three from Ontario, won't fall. St. Louis thought about putting that one up right away. 10 seconds to go on the shot clock. Ontario need a score here, whether it's a 2 or a 3. It's up, it rolls, it's good! Ontario got what they needed. Isaiah Clark getting 2 crucial points, 72-69, 3-point game. Alberta with the ball on the baseline.
Yeah, Ontario just could not come away with that possession without something on the board. Because of this, the three-pointer hop up and in.
It's Elijah Thomas sending it through. Madut up for the slam. Oh, he almost had it. Oh, that would have been glorious in this gold medal game.
That's the sort of thing that'll drive the coach nuts. If he didn't go for the big slam, it probably would not have bounced out.
Here's Tyndale drawing the foul, no bucket. And it's a hold against Alberta, and it looks like this is going to be an inbound pass for Ontario as Isaiah Hins comes back into the game for Alberta. Out goes Elijah Thomas. Well, look at this slam, Matt.
Impressive, but he doesn't get the 2. 3-point game into the final minute, fourth quarter.
The biggest possession of this tournament right here. Javian Tyndale. Tyndale cutting to the bucket, puts it up, won't go. Alberta will get possession. Ontario not so quick to intentionally foul them just yet. They still have some time to recover, and they almost did just then. At the logo, it's Engor calling for some help. 7 seconds to go on the shot clock. Engor stumbling just a bit. He's going to have to put a shot up. He might do it himself. It's stolen at the last second, and it will go Alberta's way as the shot clock expires. The umpire's going to have a chat about this here. Matthew Burke and Philip Wong, the two umpires coming together, and it'll go Ontario's way. What a turn of events with 22.8 seconds to go in this fourth quarter. Ontario need a 3 to tie up this game and to send it to overtime.
Appreciate the look at that one in slow motion from our crew as the ball got knocked out and rolls out.
The ruling there was shot clock violation, so although Ontario did knock it out of play, the shot clock went off before it fully went out. So they get the ball, and that could save their tournament right here.
Running out of time, but with possession, it is a one-possession game, although that possession needs to end not in a 2, but a 3 to get the tie here for Ontario.
They haven't been great from beyond the arc here in this second half. This would be a great time to channel their inner Steph Curry. Of course, Ontario, the home of Shea Gilgeous-Alexander, NBA MVP in 2025.
Yeah, he's too old for this team. They can't call him in.
Well, I definitely think the future of Canada right here in this game. Lots of promising talent on both sides. Javian Tyndale has not had a break. He has been just out there the entire game pretty much. 22.8 to go. 14 seconds on the shot clock. The Alberta faithful on their feet. Ontario fans rising. Everybody's getting up for what might be Ontario's last possession of the tournament. Everybody on their feet at the field house. It's Tyndale to St. Louis. He pulls up. It's no good. It's out of play. No, it stays in, but it will go out. Alberta possession with 12.4 to go, and they'll call a timeout.
Little choice. Ontario really had to go for the 3 ball. That was not a situation where really anything else could do. Yes, you could get to foul immediately, get into that, but I think going for 3 was right. Big reach to try and keep it in, but...
Oh, look at that dodge by Madut as well. That almost hit off his shins and went out, which would have been huge for Ontario. But playing a bit of dodgeball out there, getting those feet away.
It's the little things that make a big, big difference, Seth. So Ontario still down 3. It's Alberta ball. Got to figure they come in and foul immediately. Send Alberta to the line, hopefully miss.
Well, the Alberta fans on their feet. They got one hand on the gold medal.
Trying to complete the sweep.
And everybody in the Alberta section rising to their feet for a potential double gold medal for Alberta in basketball. Ontario section leaping up as well. 12.4 seconds left to go. And then we'll have 4 years of no Canada Games basketball. What are we going to do, Matt? Alberta will get the inbound. Ngor holding on. Ontario looking to get it, and they will! Ontario have the ball! An opportunity for Tyndale. He puts it up off the mark. Alberta are kings of Canada. Alberta get the double gold. They are champions of the 2025 Canada Summer Games.
Right down to the last seconds, Ontario with the steal. The ball up for the tying 3-pointer. They can't get it to go. Alberta finds the ball and everybody comes together to celebrate. 72-69. Alberta double gold at the Canada Games in basketball, women's and now the men.
How about this? Both of the medal games ending by a score of 72-69. Well, let's take a look at this. The final play of this gold medal game right here. Stripped away. Tyndale just has to put it up. And it looked good. Look at everybody freezing. Oh, it was so close. We were so close to going to overtime, and there's the celebration. Well, folks, we'll be back for the medal presentation. This was a fantastic game. What else can you say except thank you? What a great game from both of these teams. Thank you to both of these teams for pouring it all out there and making it so enjoyable for us up here in the broadcast booth.
It has been an amazing week of action here at the Canada Games.
And look at the view from the floor. The champions celebrating. Oh, dang, Ngor in tears down there. What a game he had. And getting those long arms up to kind of take away that angle from Tyndale there on that final shot of the game. Look at these celebrations. What a game. Look at the crowd of people.
So incredible, so incredible. We can barely even get a shot because we got so many people walking in right now. This is incredible.
Well, what a way to finish off a wonderful week 1 of the Canada Summer Games. That was a great, great game.
You couldn't ask for anything better. Again, down to just the final seconds. Both teams in there with a chance. No 90-41 or anything going on here. This was a gold medal game in every sense of the word.
Well, I would even go as far to say this was one of the greatest games this tournament has ever seen. For the gold medal, Matt, we've been so fortunate with every single gold medal game we've called. They've all been absolute dandies. And they've all featured either Alberta or Ontario.
And Alberta now into the crowd to celebrate. With the Alberta athletes from the other sports that were here to cheer them on. It's just one big family when you come over for this. Clearly every one of these athletes have had a trip to Newfoundland and Labrador they will never forget.
Absolutely, even Ontario on the losing side. This is a game they will never, ever forget. Deng Ngor with 22 points in this game.
It's good to lead all scorers. Yamba Yamba put up 17 as well for Alberta. That was tops for Ontario as well. Tyndale had 17. Lead changes in this game. Alberta eventually coming away with 26 minutes leading as they come away with a well-deserved victory. There's a stat you don't see very often. Points from turnovers. Ontario 21, Alberta only 10. And yet Alberta goes on for the victory as they charge up the stairs. They're headed back to their dressing room, which is up there. These guys need a minute to get themselves ready for the medal presentation.
Look at this. This is going to be a great shot of Alberta putting that final marker. Oh, here we go. Look at the suspense. Look at the emotion. Oh, he's faking him out. And there it is. Alberta sticking it onto the bracket. They have done it. And look, oh my goodness, a shower up there getting a bit damp. I thought the showers were all yesterday, but rain in the forecast at the Munn Fieldhouse. Oh, be careful. Almost going down over the stairs. Wow, what a game. Well, Ontario got nothing to shake their heads at. This was absolutely fantastic.
No, Ontario could have gone down back at halftime when they were down 7, 8, 9 points. Starting the third quarter, it didn't start any better for them. But Ontario went to work. They packed a lunch, they went to work, and they got it. Crawled all the way back into this one, got all the way back to a tied game, and gave us an amazing show right to that final buzzer.
Well, I'll just go to show you how much of a defensive lockdown the fourth quarter was. 18-17 was the score of the first quarter in favor of Alberta. 25-23 in favor of Ontario in the second quarter. 22-15 in favor of Alberta in the third quarter. And get ready for this, folks. 12-9 for Ontario in the fourth quarter. That is unbelievable. What great defending.
Got the Gatorade.
No,
no, we're not going to see it. We're not going to see it.
21 points combined in the fourth quarter. Just a quarter before, Alberta had 22 by themselves. You got to love games like this.
Hey, as you get closer and closer to that ending, it's harder and harder to score points every single time. The defense clamps down just that little bit harder. Shots become just a little bit tougher to make. But it was a fantastic show. Great to be a part of the basketball, both men's and women's, here at the Canada Games.
We only got one day of it as well. And after today, we're going to leave wanting even more, Matt.
Yeah, you and I have gotten to be involved in men's soccer, in rugby sevens, both of the men and the women, and in basketball for men's and women's as well. It's been crazy. So we are just setting up here on the floor where we're going to bring out the men's and the women's medal winners. Gold, silver, and bronze for both. That's gold for Alberta for both, Ontario silver for both,
BC
and then
Nova Scotia.
BC and Nova Scotia. BC gets the bronze for men, Nova Scotia the bronze for the women.
Well, I said it briefly. The BC-Quebec bronze medal game also ended 72-69 as well. So 2 thrilling games on the men's side, and the women's final was an absolute showstopper as well. The bronze medal game, Nova Scotia just took off running. But what a day of basketball. What a day. And look at Gusty getting a couple selfies down there. Matt, you got a selfie with Gusty.
I did. I've been spending all week trying to get a selfie with Gusty. I was so glad when he walked in here and I had a few minutes before the game. The guy's an absolute rock star.
Well, both teams just eager to get their hands on their medals. All right, folks, well, thank you very much for tuning in to this. We want to be sure to be kind to one another, stay safe, and we'll see you back here for the medal ceremonies at the Munn Fieldhouse.
welcome to the medal presentation for the sport of basketball presented by Canadian Tire. We all play for Canada. The medal program is presented by Equinox Gold, proud sponsor of the Canada Games. Invités distingués, athlètes et spectateurs, bienvenue à la cérémonie de remise des médailles pour l'épreuve du basketball présentée par Canadian Tire. Le programme des médailles est présenté par Equinox Gold, fier commanditaire des Jeux de Canada 2025. Please welcome to our medal ceremony for women's basketball. Veuillez accueillir nos médaillés de basketball.
Well, Matt, it's time to hand out the hardware here at these Canada Summer Games to three very, very deserving teams.
Absolutely, our champions of women's basketball coming back onto the court first. Team Ontario leading the way, the silver medalists. Team Alberta, the gold, and Team Nova Scotia picking up a bronze.
Always one of the most touching parts of these Canada Summer Games, seeing these teams celebrate in what's such a great, great ceremony, which celebrates the pride of these provinces and territories at these games. It feels so empty here now, Matt. This place was packed.
There are still plenty of parents with their phones in the air, recording the moment of their
the Honorable Fred Hutton,
players
Minister
getting their
of
medals.
Tourism, Culture, Arts and Recreation, and Elvis Lovelace, Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure, will now present the bronze medals. Au nom des Jeux du Canada 2025, l'honorable Fred Hutton, Ministre du Tourisme, de la Culture, des Arts et des Loisirs, et ministre des Transports et de la Mobilité durable, remettre les médailles de bronze.
Bronze medals will be handed out first to Team Nova Scotia.
All those medals are so nice.
Receiving the women's bronze medal.
I just can't get
Team
past it,
Nova
Matt.
Scotia.
Those medals are so
La
beautiful.
médaille de bronze est décernée à l'équipe de la Nouvelle-Écosse.
Huge smiles all around. That Team Nova Scotia flag up and waving in behind the athletes, receiving the medals for their hard work, dedication, and performance here on the court this week. Basketball was not a short tournament. These teams playing all week to get to this point.
Literally to the final day.
On behalf of the Canada Games, Jeremy Sims, Seasonal Manager, and Wanda Rideout, Impulse Manager from Canadian Tire, will now present the silver medals. Au nom des Jeux du Canada, Jeremy Sims, directeur saisonnier, et Wanda Rideout, directrice des impulsions de Canadian Tire, présenteront maintenant les médailles d'argent.
We had some of our
Receiving the women's silver medal, Team Ontario. La médaille d'argent est décernée à l'équipe de l'Ontario.
at least one player will go home with a medal and a cast there for Team Nova Scotia.
I believe that was Blondin who went down in the bronze medal game. At least she gets to join the celebration. She'll have a story to go back to Nova Scotia with.
Absolutely, I think you're right. And you know what, right now when you're getting the medal, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. A couple of our local politicians were handing out the bronze medals. Now a few of our sponsors helping out with the silvers. Shout out Canadian Tire. Your runners-up, silver medalists at the Canada Games, Team Ontario. And now just one team left to get their gold.
On behalf of the Canada Games, Carla Ralph, Operations Manager, and Melissa Arnott, Promotions Manager from Canadian Tire, will now present the gold medals. Au nom des Jeux du Canada, Carla Ralph, directrice des opérations, et Melissa Arnott, directrice des promotions de Canadian Tire, présenteront maintenant les médailles d'or.
More representatives from Canadian Tire ready to hand out the gold medals to Team Alberta, champions of women's basketball 2025.
Look at the excitement of Team Alberta to finally get their hands on the gold medal that they've worked so hard for. Look. Christina Marshall, one of the photographers, saying, "Do it again, I gotta get a picture." Look at the smiles. They're all so excited. Look, can you blame them? Holding up the W's.
Congratulations to all of the medalists. Félicitations à tous les médaillés.
And one more round of applause for women's basketball. Our medalists, Nova Scotia with the bronze, Ontario with the silver, and Team Alberta, gold medalists in women's basketball at the 2025 Canada Games. Lots of pictures from our volunteers, the social media squad down there, capturing everything for Instagram. And of course, our crew from Universal Media.
What a great shot that was. Getting the elation.
Get used to the camera, ladies. You're a big deal now. Gold medal winners. A little repositioning just to get everybody in place for the winning photo. With gusty photobombing somewhere in the background. That was meant to be a joke, Gusty. All smiles. Team Alberta, congratulations.
Coaches don't get any medals in these Canada Summer Games, unfortunately, so they're biting their fingers in the photo. I think they should get medals, the coaching staff of the teams. I mean, they devote just as much time as the players.
I'm sure they get the gold medal pin to add to their pin collection here from the Canada Games.
I would hope so. They should give them 2 each so they can give one to me.
We'll get a photo with all of our medal winners. And then it will be the time to hand out the men's medals. Photographers just getting everybody positioned here for Team Ontario. We all remember this from school, right? You take a knee in front.
And some confusion here as they look to line up for the picture.
Am I in the front row or the back? Just smile, everybody. Silver medal winners, Team Ontario. A fantastic tournament all the way to the final. We know they would have liked gold, but that's still a tremendous accomplishment that you can be proud of for a long, long time.
Oh, holding up the O's. As they'll go back to the village for one final time in week one. Can't believe that this week is already over. It has absolutely flown by.
Boy, you're not kidding. We've been looking forward to these Canada Games for so long.
Over 4 years of planning, of prep for the city of St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador, and now there's only 1 week left. I'm going to come out and say it right now, best games of all time. We've seen so many amazing athletes on every team, from gold medalists to 12th place. Every single one of these athletes should be proud of themselves, medal or not, to be able to represent their province and territory at such a great stage in our great, great country of Canada.
And Team Nova Scotia, who've stuck around all day after their bronze medal win. Good 7-8 hours ago at this point.
You should see the paparazzi they got down there too.
Hey, it's a big deal. We know Nova Scotia's won a ton of medals at these games. Most of them have been in individual sports.
Canoe kayak picking up a boatload, no pun intended, of gold medals.
So to be able to come here in one of the marquee team sports and go home with a medal, that's a huge result for Team Nova Scotia.
Yeah, well done. Those girls should be proud of themselves, finishing third place, punching above their weight here in this tournament as they get a big ovation from their fans.
But Halifax especially has always been a basketball kind of city. Of course, host to the Canadian University National Championships for something like 20 years in a row. big cheer for some very proud families there for Team Nova Scotia, bronze medalists in women's basketball at the 2025 Canada Games. The men's teams have been off to the side, waiting patiently.
Well, I think it's safe to say the future's bright in basketball for Canada. The sport that we invented, we're coming back to conquer it again. Oh my gosh, Gusty is up here near us. I'm starting to get starstruck, Matt.
Going over by the merch table, checking to see if there's any of those little stuffy Gusties still over there.
Yeah, the offspring. All fun and games until one of those stuffies starts walking around with Gusty, comes to life. We should make a movie called Gusty.
Well, I mean, the guy's probably going to be looking for a project after about a week's time, so we'll see. Okay, still 3 sets of medals to hand out. Our flag bearers are getting back into place. Of course, the majority of those flags remaining the same, but we did have to swap one out. Gold medal game between Alberta and Ontario on both the men's and the women's sides here in basketball, but it's Team British Columbia on the men in their incredible comeback that's allowed them to claim this bronze medal.
Well, again, so bittersweet that week 1 is over. We wait the men's teams.
Please welcome to our medal ceremony for men's basketball. Veuillez accueillir nos médaillés de basketball.
Here we go. Canada and the Ontario flag leading the way.
Well, for Ontario, this obviously stings to come one shot away. You can see their grim faces, but let me tell you, 10 years from now, they're going to look back at this journey and at this game, and this will be the best time of their lives. You know, they got nothing to be grim about. They had a great game and a great run to the final.
Yeah, the Ontario women's team has had a little bit more time to sink in, get over the emotion, and be proud of their accomplishment. Whereas it's still a little fresh for the men's team.
And obviously the men's team were right there, just 3 points in the difference. And look at the last from Team BC. They committed, or what's the word I'm looking for here?
They completed the comeback?
They completed. There it is, folks. It's 10:03 local time. We're tired. We've been here since, what, 7:30 a.m.?
Yep.
But we've loved it. They completed one of the greatest comebacks that these Canada Games have ever seen, down 20-plus points, coming back and beating Quebec with a logo 3 by Hart Crater of Team BC.
On behalf of the 2025 Canada Games, the Honorable Fred Hutton, Minister of Tourism, Culture, Arts and Recreation, and Elvis Lovelace, Minister of Transportation and Infrastructure, will now present the bronze medals. Au nom des Jeux du Canada 2025, l'Honorable Fred Hutton, Ministre du Tourisme, de la Culture, des Arts et des Loisirs, et Ministre des Transports et de la Mobilité durable, remettre les médailles de bronze. Receiving the men's bronze medal is Team British Columbia. La médaille de bronze est décernée à l'équipe de la Colombie-Britannique.
Thanks so much to Fred Hutton and Elvis Lovelace for helping us out with the medals. Handing out the hardware to Team British Columbia.
Look at him checking the medals out right away. Look.
Well, look, we get the pin too.
Nice lip reading, Matt.
Maybe he didn't already have that one in the collection. The bronze pin was sold out when I went to look today, so he's got one now. Team BC's bronze medals shining bright. Newfoundland and Labrador all the way back to the West Coast. And if you're with us live, good afternoon out in BC.
Well, the Honorable Fred Hutton making one of the BC players pick between the two guys there. They came down to one bronze medal. He said, well, make your pick.
Congratulations, Team BC, putting on a show today.
Sean Felice, Corporate Regional Manager, and Matthew Pelly, Hardware Manager from Canadian Tire, will now present the silver medals. Au nom des Jeux du Canada, Sean Felice, Directeur Régional de l'entreprise, et Matthew Pelly, Directeur du matériel de Canadian Tire, présenteront maintenant les médailles d'argent. Receiving the men's silver medal, Team Ontario. La médaille d'argent est décernée à l'équipe de l'Ontario.
Sean Felice and Matthew Pelly from Canadian Tire helping hand out the silver medals to Team Ontario. Got to reach way up to hang some of those medals.
Well, obviously not the result that Team Ontario wanted, but again, great showing from them in this game. Great showing from them in this tournament as a whole. And making one of the most memorable games we've seen in this tournament. They should be very proud of themselves.
On behalf of the Canada Games, Geraldine Normore, Houseware Associates, and Melissa
I want a medal so bad.
General Manager from Canadian
Those are so
Tire,
nice.
will now present the gold medals.
They are beautiful works of art,
Au nom des Jeux du Canada,
regardless of the color.
Normore, Houseware Associates, and Melissa Squires, Directeur Général du magasin Canadian Tire, présenteront maintenant les médailles d'or. Receiving the gold medal, Team Alberta. La médaille d'or est décernée à l'équipe de l'Alberta.
Once again, our representatives from Canadian Tire handing out the medals. The gold to Team Alberta. Winners of that wild gold medal game. On another day, maybe the result is different. But this is not that day. This is Alberta's day. Sweeping the gold medals in basketball.
Well, Alberta basketball, the president must be smiling ear to ear right now.
I guess if Canada ever ends up in the market for a second NBA team, it goes to Calgary this time?
Yeah, Calgary or Edmonton. I mean, if Calgary can get a new stadium built, I think you're right, it could go to Calgary.
Hopefully I didn't just start something in Alberta. Calgary and Edmonton have enough to bicker over. They don't need to talk about the basketball franchise that doesn't yet exist. But clearly basketball finding a home in the foothills.
Please rise if you are able to remove your hats for our national anthem.
And one more time, all together, all proud. Oh, Canada.
That's not Oh Canada. Matt, is this our time to jump in and sing? Well, the crowd gonna take over. Well, how's that for Canadian pride?
Congratulations.
We love our country. Swooping in and saving the day is the crowd.
Would have sounded a little bit fuller if this was the crowd before the gold medal game for basketball.
Can you imagine? Wow.
Instead of after, when it's just a few parents that are still stuck around. But hey, everybody came together with the crowd we had. Great job, everyone. Great job to all our medalists once again. Alberta double gold, Ontario double silver, BC with the men's bronze, Nova Scotia with the women's bronze.
And a wonderful first week of these Canada Summer Games. A huge shout out to all the volunteers in the host committee here. Shout out to all the athletes and coaches and managers who have put so much time into their craft.
Now, you can't say enough about the volunteers. Everybody you see in that shot in an orange shirt has given their time to be here and help keep these Canada Games moving forward exactly where they're supposed to be. We've had a few bumps in the road here in week number 1, but the organization committee has done a wonderful job.
All right, folks, well, thank you very much for tuning into this. This has been a wonderful day of basketball here at the Canada Summer Games. Great job from all athletes. And myself and Matt will be back for the second week from St. John's, Newfoundland and Labrador. Thank you, folks.
Always been passionate about being around the water, and each time he's been to the Canada Games, he just keeps improving.
Having a father as my coach is special to me because we have that we love. I am very proud to represent Nova Scotia for a second time. I'm looking forward to trying to make improvements to my strokes to get personal best times.
Having a child with a disability doesn't mean that you can't be on a stage like this. There is a place.
Here, Dad, this is for you, for all your loving support.
Thanks, son.